get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch the curl. Watch the curls.
Here's Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 13. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Here we go. Rip left, rip left. Switch. Say, kill. 47.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Check 55, Mike. Here we go.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Back to throw, Watson. On the left side, this is Stills. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Their confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. On 2nd down, Hyde. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Watch the twitch.
First carry here for Taiwan Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Set. 19. 54. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up. Motion, motion, motion.
So that'll back him up 5. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here we go on 4th. Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Charles, a little league-wide news as the Browns were taking care of the Jets on Monday Night Football Week 2. We got word that Dolphins safety Minkah Fitzpatrick continuing the exodus from Miami. He was traded to the Steelers in exchange for a first-round draft pick next spring.
And that means Miami is exchanging a 1, Minkah Fitzpatrick, who they use that to acquire, for a 1 next spring. And how valuable will that pick be? Well, the Steelers are 0-2. Ben Roethlisberger's out for the season. This could turn out to be a high number 1 pick because the Steelers have been struggling this season, lit up by Tom Brady, Russell Wilson in successive weeks to start the year. We could have a Steelers team that could turn into a top 10 pick for the Miami Dolphins.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
There we go. I got him. Double tight, guys. Double tight.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch the out. Watch the out. We're going to 53.
Now Pollard. And he's got room. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 70 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on it.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Mark 55, Mark 55, left.
Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. On first down, Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
The first down carry by Elliott. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's complete. It's the Carr to Cooper connection. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Elliott, toss right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down.
On third down, Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Marr able to put this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing again on second down. Watson flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds, because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, it's Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go with Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. A good pickup there, 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go, defense. Line them up.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. On fourth down, Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go to Elliott again. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taking it about the 36. A big kick that time, 52 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Watson now throwing on 4th down. Buying time to his left. The ball is out. Watson lost it. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Kill.
Prescott to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Dancing to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Watson.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Finding fouls complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As a general rule, offensive...
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Texans cut into that lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
At the Texans' 18-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get your picture.
Now Elliott. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Keeps the score, Cowboys 23, Texans 8. Brett Maher set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Watson now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now it's Watson. And a little floater there is incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Watson. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Watson throwing on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, it's Elliott, and an alley to run. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Reset. 19.
Mike by 4.
29.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
On 1st down, it's Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
1st down, Houston.
Reset. 19.
54 Mike. Do the night. Hey,
On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. So this one will end in a victory for the